You want to make yourself feel better because you want to think that your life is so much harder than somebody else's. It's not.
Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty. Stop looking for the new pity committees, running around telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity potty parties and your pity parades.
I have a job like you, Goggins. I work out all day. I got a job. I work 16-hour days in the fire line. When I'm demobbing, that means coming off the fire line, I work 20-hour days. So what's your excuse?
It's warm on the couch.
That's
Your
it.
missus says stay in
That's
bed.
it.
It's comfy.
That's
it's cozy.
That's
You've got
it.
work later on. You had an argument last night. You're slightly
it.
hungover.
I'm not good enough, smart enough. I'm not talented enough.
Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Because you grew up in a household with dysfunction, drama, mental, spiritual, physical, and emotional abuse. Doesn't mean that that's the outcome of what your life, your career is destined to be.
Is it too cold where you live? Is it too hot where you live? Does it rain too much? Now it's time for some real talk. Maybe you're the only black person applying for a job. Maybe you're the only female. Maybe you're the only gay person. Job, whatever the it may be. Maybe that fits in your head. Maybe that's your excuse for not being better. When I was young, all those things got in my head. Black, not smart enough, single mom, all that own space in my head. If you're allowing people and things and situations to own space in your head, you're losing. Last thing, life's one big head game. You play with yourself. If you lose, it's because you allow life to get in your head.
Because you're sad, now you're going to make a bunch of bad decisions because you're sad. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You're sad, okay. You get emotional sometimes, okay. Got it. Now, get control of your emotions and carry on with your life. And sometimes you're going to get hit with those waves, and that's okay. There's something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. The other extreme is, I'm letting my emotions run my life, and I'm making a bunch of bad decisions, and my excuse is, well, I lost some friends, or I had this traumatic experience happen to me. That's why I'm doing. That's just an excuse. And it's a very easy excuse. Guess what? It's time to carry on. Embrace those emotions, but don't let those emotions embrace you.
No one's going to come to help me. No one's going to come to help me. It's me against me, period. And so I had to man up. And I said, the first thing I got to start doing is facing every fear I have. I was like, man, what story would it be if my fat, dumb, lying to be friends with people, insecure ass can overcome this? And that what if mentality, like that dreamer mentality, just would always fuel me. And then the bike got easier. I was able to run more. I went from like 1 mile. 1 mile was a great accomplishment. 2 miles, and then from 2 to 3 was a big one. Then I went from 3 to 6. And then, like, they have a warning order that they give people to get ready for buds. And the whole thing was running 6 miles 5 days a week. And that was my goal. And so I failed, I go back to scratch. I use some positive motivation. I have like one day where I'm like defeated. But I started realizing this is part of the process. This is part of the journey. I had to realize this is part of my process versus just saying, like I used to, I'm just not good enough. If I'm not good enough, we always say that, I'm just not good enough, and then we try something else. I'm going to make myself good enough. And that became my mentality. I'm going to make myself good enough. And so I'm misunderstood a lot, but that's all it came down to. I made myself good enough. And the days I couldn't run that far, the next week, I would do 2-a-days. So on the running, if I ran a quarter of a mile, I wait a couple hours, it haunt me, bother me. I try to run a half a mile the next time. Same day. You can do more than this. If you lack talent, you can't sit back and say, I'll start in half an hour. I can't do that. I got to start now. And then after I get back from starting, I got to start again. And then when I get done with that run or that study session, if it wasn't good enough, I got to go back again. because repetition is what taught me everything. So you can honestly outwork anything.
Go do something that's hard. Go try and accomplish something that's hard. You may win, you may lose, you may succeed, you may fail. I'll tell you what, you'll be better. If you avoid those things that are hard, if you don't accept that challenge, if you don't step up and step into that cold water, and you sit on your couch and eat Doritos, I can tell you this is not a good move. This is not a good move. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just get up, move towards that challenge, whatever that challenge is. Move towards that challenge and go attack it. And you may be successful and you may not be successful, but you will be better. And the next challenge, you're going to be more prepared for. And the next challenge after that, you're going to be even more prepared for. And you're going to fail, 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 and then you're going to win. And that's life. Life without those challenges, it's just existence. Don't just exist. Go live.
Okay, well, that's the pathway. The pathway to what's most real is through the hardest things that you can do. Right? And that's the path. Obviously, that's the path of adventure. You know, you go watch a James Bond movie, which everyone loves to do, right? A romantic adventure. Well, what's James Bond doing all the time? Impossible things. And everybody thinks, wow, that's so... Well, so what? It's not fun exactly, right? Because it's better than fun. Fun is for kids, let's say. This is that pathway of sacrificial adventure. That's way better than just fun.
So this is how you level up. That's how you level up. I know there's a whole bunch of people with that right there. That fires me up.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours, refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. Most people don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra.
They ain't ready for prime time. They ain't trying to really get right. They take days off, this day off, that day off. They lazy. I'm tired. No. Grind every day, one foot in front of the other, bro. And I promise you, I'm going to be lapping these folks, bro. Give it a year. Watch what happens.
Wake us up. Awaken the beast inside. It's time to take it to another level. It's game on. It's focus. It's go season. Take advantage of the access and the resources that you have in your country and your community. You got a problem with your life. You got a problem with your environment. Do something about it.
Playing out the fear, Layla says this, and I love it, but that fear is a mile wide and an inch deep. And so it looks like this ocean that you're going to step into and drown. But as soon as you step into it, you realize it was not that deep at all, and you can keep walking through it. And I just love that visual, because a lot of times when it's like we have this anxiety around this big decision we have to make, if you actually take the step and realize that it's not death, you're not going to drown immediately. There's plenty of other steps you can take from there, even if you get a little wet.
I don't want you to get all emotional from this message that I'm leaving. Yeah, that's that real right there. 10 minutes later, 10 days later, you go back to doing the same. It's go season.
It's going to happen. It has to happen. And that's a fact.
My father used to tell me a focused fool can accomplish more than a distracted genius.
I think it's over.
In here, you think it's over, or in here, you think it's over?
In my head,
What does this say?
it would never be over.
Because the heart, we know it's like, it goes very deep Yes, because it's related to how you feel. So the point is, whatever you would like to express into the outside world, number one is you need to have it. So this is the baseline. This is the main idea.
So if you want to express love to the outside world, you must have love within you.
Yes. There's something that is like very individually based about you. And then there's also something about you which is connecting the people. There's something loving about you. There's something compassionate about you. And if you are sending from the heart the signals out to the universe that there is something that there is something you would like to receive, I think the best way to express it is when it comes from the heart. Because there is no doubt there.
So let me ask a question. What kind of seed is in you? See, I believe part of our responsibility in life is to find out who we are, to discover ourselves. First off, we need to respect
that seed of what you believe
is
in there. You got to be fearless. You got to be relentless. Nobody knows but you. You can't get advice on what you should do with your life, right? Nobody knows what you are. It's like, as much as you want people to agree and you want the people around you to be supporting your dreams and all, it's not going to be like that.
The only thing that's holding you back is you're worried about what other people have to say. You give up on that and you're clean and you can go.
And then start to use this lifetime because it's your lifetime. This one, only one time. So stop listening too much to other people, how to live your life or whatever. It's about the self-expression of your own perspective about how you would like this world to be.
See, if you know this is where you're supposed to be right now, doing what you're supposed to do, does it bring joy to your heart?
Extreme joy.
Do you love it?
I really do. Obsessed.
And you're serving a purpose with it, so you don't need anybody's approval.
People don't have to like you. People don't have to love you. They don't even have to respect you. But when you look in the mirror, you better love what you see.
If you ask a parent, why do you love your child? A parent doesn't say, well, because they got an A in maths yesterday, and because, you know, have you seen how hard they work at school? And, you know, they look so cute in that dress this morning. And they just, you ask, why do you love your child? A parent will go, they're my child. They're mine. Well, what if you took that model and you used that as your model for self-love? So you got a human. Your job, your only job in your life is to take care of that human.
Do you see there is the loving heart inside? There is the strength or the willpower inside this body.
You know, if you don't believe in yourself, what you do, you never achieve. You achieve the nothing. I believe. My team believe me. And you all should believe in yourself.
Think about when you first got into this occupation, how excited you were. The things that you did over and over again. Are you still doing those things?
It's still in you. It's still alive. If you'll start believing again, God can bring it to pass. Remember your dream. What has God put in your heart? What did you used to be excited about?
What's important to you? And what's important to you for whatever reason?
Find something. Find a thing that you genuinely enjoy, because getting good at things you genuinely enjoy is extremely beneficial.
And so the passion comes from that, because once you have that love, you just want to be a part of this thing all the time.
It's either you have it or you don't.
That sounds like excuses to me. I mean, you got to figure it out, right? If you really have an obsession to figure it out, you will figure it out, right? And every puzzle is constructed differently. All right, AI's situation when he came into the league was different than mine. Mike's situation in Chicago was different than mine. right? Everybody has a different puzzle, man. You just got to figure out your own puzzle.
What do you want to be? What do you want to do? How does that look like? Because you can have discipline when you don't know where to put that.
Right.
That make sense?
Yes.
You ain't gonna have no discipline. You're like, I don't know what I want to do. So you should wake up and just arbitrary and just wake the up and just start getting after it. No. You gotta have in order. Plans, goals, destinies, journeys. Shut your phone off. Yes. Shut the TVs off. Shut the world off. And tune into you.
I think this is the way. Slowly, steadily, wholeheartedly.
Find a dark, quiet place for you to think. You have to think first. And then when you think, you have to think, okay, what's my purpose in life? From your purpose, now you found, okay, I found my purpose. What are my goals now? Okay, you find your goals. Now you got to sit down and plan. Plan, how am I going to accomplish these goals? Then from there, the hardest part is you have to put the action in.
You have to make up your mind that you are in it for the long haul. You're not going to let people talk you out of it. Circumstances discourage you. Delays cause you to give up. Critical people cause you to get distracted. You're going to stay focused.
There is the discipline inside this body. There is a loyal person standing.
Why not you? You've got the brains. You can make decisions. You can study the plan. You can change your life. You can grow immensely in the next few years. You can make your dreams come true. You can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. You can become healthy. You can become powerful. Why not you?
Doubt is such a strange thing. I mean, it's, there'll be times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. So wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be successful or not is pointless. It is. I mean, you just put one foot in front of the other. You control what you can't control. And then you see what the outcome is. Right? If you win, great. You're going to have to wake up the next day and do the journey over again. If you lose, it sucks, but you're going to have to wake up the next day and do the journey all over again anyway. Right? So it's really pointless to sit here and debate or have doubt or this, that, and the other. You train as hard as you can, and you step out there and you let it flow.
When you cultivate and nourish that thing that is bringing you joy, and you pay attention to the subtle voices that are telling you this feels right, when you commit to that completely, that will set you on a journey that will lead you to a place you can't possibly imagine.
There was a study done in Florida at a tennis academy, and what they looked at was what is the difference between those tennis players that are top 5 in the world versus those that are top 25. Was it their diet? No. Was it their exercise? No. Was it when they started playing the game? No. Was it their coaching? No. What they actually found was this. The difference between the top 5 ranked people in the world and the others in the top 25 was their thinking. In the 10 to 15 seconds after a point had been scored in tennis, those athletes that thought positive things such as, I love this game. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. I may have not got that shot, but I'm going to get the next one. Watch this. Those athletes that thought positive, it slowed down their heart rate, slowed down their breathing rate, and across the entire competition, they were conserving a lot of energy. They were feeling better about themselves. And thus, across an entire tennis match, in the end, they were victorious.
Mostly what goes on through our mind and our subconscious is negative. Yeah. Like, oh, I could have done this better. Oh, I'm so dumb. I said stupid this. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how we think.
All too often, our brain goes to negative. It looks for what is wrong in our environment, and it does that as a way to keep us safe. It searches for what is wrong.
Thoughts are like drops of water. You drop a drop of water on the table here.
And it doesn't mean much. But if you keep dropping and keep dropping and keep dropping, you get, the table becomes a wash, and then you get a puddle on the floor. And then you can get a little pond and a lake, and finally you can create an ocean. And with our own thoughts, we can drown in a sea of negativity, or we can float on the ocean of life. And it's up to us. The thoughts we think accumulate. And what sort of puddles are you standing in? Or are you up to here? Or are you up to here and trying to paddle? You know, what are you doing to yourself? When we're willing to change our thinking, we can change our experiences. And it doesn't matter if you've got a big puddle of negative thoughts. You know, you can move over here and create a puddle of marvelous positive thoughts. You can make changes, always.
Human beings, because of the size of the neocortex, we can turn on the stress response just by thought alone. We can think about our problems and turn on those chemicals. That means then our thoughts could make us sick. So if it's possible that our thoughts could make us sick, is it possible then our thoughts could make us well? And the answer is absolutely yes.
If you think in a positive way, you'll have positive results, and you'll be happy most of the time.
The people who achieve the peak amounts of success, the highest performers in the world, have said, you know what? I need to discipline my mind to support me even when it comes up with an automatic, immediate thoughts. I want those to be positive and buoyant and confident and strong, something that leads me to healthy decisions for my life.
Discipline your thoughts. Stop thinking too much. Don't go into the past. Don't go into the future. Be in the present. Why? Because only then it's possible that the mind is free, the capacity is free, and now you can completely immerse into whatever you are doing. And this means you have arrived.
Gratitude erases negativity. I'm gonna show you how this works. If you wake up in the morning, you start having negative thoughts, man, this ain't my day. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I'm tripping, I just don't feel myself. Every time you feel, in the middle of the day, if you feel yourself doing that, stop, just stop for a second and start going over in your mind everything you have to be grateful for. Not everything you want, everything you already have, because what you have is substantial. You just haven't gone over the list and taken inventory in a long time. But the fact that you can walk, that's a blessing. The fact that you woke up, that's another blessing. The fact that you can see, think, reason, that's another blessing. The fact that you can go somewhere and get yourself something to eat, that's another blessing. The fact that you can go and turn the key and call someplace home, that's another blessing. The ability to dream is a blessing. The fact that you have an opportunity to get it right is another blessing. The fact that you're beautiful, that's another blessing. The fact that you have any measure of health, that's another blessing. And I'm just talking to you, I don't even know you. I could give you 50 things you ought to be grateful for right now. I don't even know you.
We need to search for what is right. We need to search for what we can be grateful for. And so what we need to do is we need to find 3 things that we're grateful for early in the morning. Not late at night, but early in the morning when your brain is still kind of waking up, it's still kind of in theta state, because theta is the most programmable state that you can be in. And so a simple exercise like this can just help shift your focus from what's wrong in your life to what's going right, or what you can be proud of, or what you can find that's good.
We can give positive thinking, positive questions, positive approaches to life, a lot of importance in our life, and a lot of focus on them and give a lot of duration to them over a period of time. And they get sealed in the brain as well. And now the brain says, well, that's easy, automatically thinks about it.
And then when I started paying attention to my thoughts and changing them and saying, you know what, thank you for sharing that, brain or spirit or whatever's going on in there, but you know what, I am doing good, I am better, I am trying, you know, and redirecting those thoughts to be more positive thoughts and affirmations like, me and my children are always healthy. We live a joyous life. You know, things like this every single day really help redirect me from the beginning of my day. It's hard to do, but sometimes it just, out to the universe. I accept all the good things the universe has to offer. You know what I mean? Just things like that every single day just help you to start off your mind and your day in the right way. And it helps.
Once we say, what's my mind on right now? And we redirect it That is where personal power comes from. First, awareness, right? And understanding and the consciousness to what's going on. But then the ability now to be self-directive, to choose what we want to focus on. So first we're attentive to it, and then redirect it. If it's negative, it's not supporting you, redirect it. Creatively force it to direct it to a different possible alternative. Force it. Literally go, oh, I'm sensing this negative thing over here is coming up for me. I'm sensing it. Stop. Okay, get to work, brain. What positive thing could I create and focus on? And close your eyes and think about it and focus on it and focus on it and focus on it and build it out. Make it elaborate in your own mind so you can visualize and see it and feel it and focus on it, focus on it, focus on it, focus on it. Literally, later on in the evening, focus on it again, focus on it again. I mean, you start building in that capacity.
Do you have a problem in life? No? Then why worry? Do you have a problem in life? Yes? Can you do something about it? Yes? Then why worry? Do you have a problem in life? Yes? Can you do something about it? No? Then why worry?
I'll change the word problem to the word situation. Whereas problem is a negative word that triggers feelings of fear and anxiety, situation is a neutral word. So instead of saying we have a problem, you can say we have a situation. Perhaps the best word of all is opportunity. Instead of saying we have a problem, you can say we have an unexpected opportunity.
Remember, practicing positive thinking, it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to be positive today and wake up tomorrow and just immediately be like, oh my God, I'm so positive. But when you're really consistent with it, when you practice it all the time, you can actually change your mindset. You can actually change the structure of your brain.
The main part is to find a way to relate all of these teachings into your life. You are the one who is supposed to benefit from these teachings.